Hey you guys, it's Missy Lynn, and today I'm going to show you guys how I use my Ben Nye Banana Setting Powder. I just wanted to show you guys how I incorporate the Ben Nye Banana Setting Powder in my highlighting part of my foundation routine. So if you guys care to see that, stay tuned. So like I said before, I'm going to add highlight to my face. I started off with just a face full of foundation, and my eyes and eyebrows are complete. I don't have on any lipstick, just lip liner and Vaseline. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to choose my highlighter, and I always go with a concealer that's 1 to 2 shades lighter than me. Some people go 3 to 4 shades lighter, but I think that makes you look a little ghostly and crazy, so I stick to 1 to 2 shades lighter. So I'm going to use number 6 in the NYX concealer, and this color is called Glow. And I'm going to use my Sonia Kashuk blending brush, and I use this to add concealer underneath my eye just so it helps blend it and give it a more airbrush look. So I'm just going to take a little on my brush. I'm going to apply it onto the areas that I feel needs to be highlighted. So underneath the eye, and this is how I do it. I just kind of pat the areas where I want it to be highlighted, and I go all the way up. So about here, and I just kind of blend it down. And then I just bring it down to the corner of my nose and to the top of my cheekbone. Stay the corners of the nose and on top of the cheekbone. Some people actually like using the concealer painter looking brush by most makeup lines, but I just feel that it makes it look a little streaky, so I don't necessarily like deal with it. But I bring it all the way up. And once I'm done with underneath the eyes, and then I go in with my Beauty Blender sponge, and I spray a little bit of Fix Plus. And this is just to help kind of blend out the concealer. I work with one area at a time. And once I'm done working underneath the eye, I go in with my powder puff, and I got this from MAC. It has a little finger slit here, so you have control of the powder puff. And all I do, I just take my Ben Nye Banana powder and I flip it over just to get enough on it, and I set. And sometimes if you don't have control of it, you can just take it off and kind of bend it and just go underneath the eye and set. You can go 1 to 2 ways about setting it. You can use just enough to set the powder in, or you can go the route where you use a lot. That way, whenever you move on to your eyeshadow, it'll catch the fallout, and then you can just sweep it off. But since my eyes were already done, I use a very generous amount of setting powder, and I just, you know, press it in just to get a more matte look. And you guys should be able to tell the difference between this area here and this area here. So once I'm done with underneath my eyes, I then move on to my forehead area, my nose area, and then my chin. So I just take a little more onto my brush, and I just use one streak down my nose. I move on to the forehead, and I only use a little. I kind of just stay like right above the eyebrows and then in the center of my forehead. Just using a blending brush. So as you can see, I'm just kind of in that triangle area, upside down triangle. That's how I look at it. And then on my chin, just in the center, I spray a little bit more Fix Plus and I blend it out. Make sure you blend out the harsh edges because this does change the entire look of your makeup application. And you don't necessarily have to like rub, because if you rub then you'll move the product, depending on what type of concealer you're using. I'm using a more cream concealer, so it is movable and I don't want to bring it out too far. And then once I've blended my forehead, nose, and chin area out, I take my banana powder again, flip it over, and I apply. So I do it like that. And you'll see traces left over, but that's okay because then you'll have to go back and just sweep it all out. And the good thing about the setting powder is that it does give you a more of a yellow glow. So for those with medium to tan skin, I think this will actually help highlight, especially if you're using a concealer that's really like light and it gives off that white glow in pictures. If you use the yellow setting powder, it'll actually make it look yellow and give it that J-Lo glow. So I'm just applying my powder. So once I'm done with my setting powder, now I'm just going to contour, and I'm going to contour between the end of the highlight and where it's pretty dark. So for those who know, the hollows of your cheek area, and you can see like kind of the transition. So I'm just going to add my contour. And then just go to the top of your forehead, like around the crown area, and add some contour powder. Just to kind of help with the blending of the highlight areas. Around your temples. This is very important because it does change the look of your makeup. So and then with the powder brush, you're just going to go in and just sweep off the remainder of the setting powder. And with the same powder brush, I'm just going to set the remainder of the makeup. I'm going to use my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and this is in the color Dark. And it is very sheer, but it adds color. So I'm just going to apply it in the areas where I do not have the highlight. Kind of like around the chin area and over the contour line, and then around the crown. So that is it for the Ben Nye Banana Setting Powder tutorial. Very simple, very easy, just like any other setting translucent powder. So if you guys enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to like it, thumbs up the video, and yeah, I'll be back with more videos. Thank you for watching, rate and subscribe.